Welcome back. Once again, adventurers, to Let's Play Robotics Notes Elite. In the last episode, Frau Kojiro, through a process of elimination, figured out the person responsible for designing the infamous CPU lock guarding the RI server cloud network. One of her companions at her forum, the Frau Kojiro factory, a user who called himself Maguyan. And unfortunately, Frau was proven correct when Maguyan confessed to designing Takasob, as well as the three separate CPUs impersonating the three dead users of Kill Ballad, keeping Kaito from claiming the top spot. But as convenient as it would be to pin him as the culprit behind the calamities befalling Frau and her mother, things are really complicated. Well, really easy. They're quite complicated, actually. Because Maguyan was acting under the assumption that his family would be threatened. But Frau noticed a glaring inconsistency in his story, based on her interactions with them. Indeed, even Kaito has discerned that it's far more likely, given Maguyan's behavior toward the end, that he has in fact been brainwashed by the Tavistock Institute and the Committee of 300. Just another pawn, just another tool, just another marionette. But be that as it may, the only way to stop the robots from wreaking havoc is to defeat the CPU lock, and Kaito is determined to do that. Not to save the world, not to stop the Committee of 300, but simply because he wants to be the #1 player of Kill Ballad and then call it a day and retire. Oh, Kaito. God damn you, Kaito. I sure sounded cool, but I've yet to trigger an attack. That is also a problem. Without Slo-mo, there is no way that Kaito can overcome the CPU lock. And our time's running out. My body has just about hit its limit. I might pass out before I'm able to trigger an attack at this rate, which would render me totally useless. After all the self-torture I've endured, that'd really suck. But here's the thing. At this point, an attack could realistically happen at any time now, and yet it's impossible to predict. Frau is squatting in the corner of the room with her head held down. She's not sleeping, as I can hear her sniffling every now and then. I get it. She's still dealing with the shock of being betrayed by someone she trusted. I should leave her alone for now. And another fail for Kaito. Put that one up on the chalkboard. I lost again. I strike the screen with my finger. I'd rather toss my Pokecom to the floor, but that would crack the screen, so I resist the urge. I'm so close. What do I need to do to corner myself?
なんで
Frau breaks her silence after a few hours. Is she feeling a little better? Maybe.
なんで私は引きこもりになったと思う
You really have to say it with that expression on your face. But that came out of nowhere.
さあ 人付き合いが苦手だから。それとも母親が失踪したから。
Kaito showing some insight. A rare trait. Come to think of it, I don't even know how long she's been a shut-in. What was her life like in Tokyo?
残念。世界はキルバラ作るため。
Keep forgetting that, even though it should fairly been obvious that Frau does have one negative trait to her, something that Kaito noted a long time ago. And that is when Frau decides to work on anything related to programming, she has a nasty habit of pushing herself too hard and too far.
ママがいなくなって頑張れるがあんな終わり方して、それでオワコンになってくのが怖かった。
Dead content, you say? Net slang originating in the 2000s. Used for things that were once popular but are no longer considered popular. Nowadays the term has become strained, with many users employing it to mock content that is still popular, e.g. dead meme, dead series, or dead joke.
頑張れるがみんなから忘れられたらママも忘れられた存在になっちゃうって。だから頑張れるを題材にゲーム作ろうって思って。なんでゲームなのかっつうと、単に私がプログラムが得意だったからって理由なわけだが、でも適当に作ったらきっと頑張れるのアニメほどは流行らないし、かといって時間かけて作ってたらその間にオワコンになっちゃうから、学校行ってる暇も惜しかったわけで。
I'm not the only one who felt that way.
気づいたら引きこもりをしていた。催眠術とか超スピードとかそんなチャチなもんじゃ断じてねえ。まあもともとコミュ障気味のぼっちだったからスムーズに引きこもれたのだぜ。
Was that supposed to be a good thing?
先輩はキルバラ好き？
まあね、よくできたゲームだよ。俺は頑張れるそのものには興味なかったりするんだ。キルバラは純粋にゲームとして楽しんでる。
The main reason I made it my main game is because I have someone I want to beat.
トンクス。
は？
トン。
なんだって？
オツ。
聞こえないよ。
ありがとう。褒めてくれて。
She says, with a flustered look on her face.
好きって言ってくれて嬉しい。
どういたしまして。
Consider me surprised, Kaito.
ちなみに攻めと受けならどっちが好き？
That escalated fast.
キルバラの戦法のことなら攻めだね。
Oh, Kaito, you poor fool.
おお、攻めですか。
Now you've done it.
でも ヤシオ先輩はむしろ受け、異論は認める。メガネとなら攻守交代 OK な感じだから、夢が広がりんぐ。
She's grinning all of a sudden. I'm not going to think too hard about what's going through that head of hers.
少しは元気取り戻したみたいだね。
Seems that way. Frau then wipes the grin off her face and gets serious.
勝てる？
Well, that is the $64 billion question, isn't it?
あと一歩が詰められない。
At least Kaito is honest with himself in that regard.
あと少し自分の体をいじめられれば発作も起きそうな気がするんだよね。
But if you push yourself too far, an attack, yeah, would literally be the least of your concerns.
いじめるだとこくり。
What in the world is she thinking? Says Kaito as he disregards his own earlier advice.
SM グッズ貸します。
Denied.
そんなの持ってるの？だとしたら俺本気でコナちゃんと縁を切るよ。
さすがに本物は持ってないよ。
You say that.
偽物ならあるのかよ。
それに近いものなら。
Frau stands up with a grin on her face and starts shuffling through some boxes stacked in the corner of the room.
確かこの辺に入れといた気が。
It's not necessary.
来たー！
Wonderful. What kind of pervy toy does she have in store for me?
ユウ、これ使っちゃいなよ。
With that, she whips out some low-frequency therapy equipment. It's like one of those electric massage kits you attach to your body to try and relax it.
これのどこが SM グッズ？
いじめるために使うならこれで十分なのだぜ。レベル最大で使えば激痛でヤシオ先輩大悶絶。薄暗い部屋に響く苦痛の声はやがて喜びの声へと変わり。
No, thank you.
変わらないって。
But this just might work. Crazy as it sounds. They've been rerunning old variety shows on TV lately. And on one of them I saw a comedian getting punished with one of these things.
ますます罰ゲームっぽくなってきたな。
I suppose since she went through the trouble of digging this out, I should at least give it a try. But I might start making input areas after this because of the pain.
ではつけて信じよう。主に鎖骨あたりに。
You might actually probably kill him at this rate. Why does she look so happy? She looks more pleased than she did when I said I liked KB.
どうせなら強烈なやつでいこう。
It's your funeral, Kaito. 2 pads on my thighs, 2 on my butt, 1 on each of my upper arms, and 1 on both sides of my temple. No collarbone though.
良い子のみんなは真似しないように。
No, seriously, do not try this.
じゃあタイミングを指示するからその時にスイッチオンでよろしく。レベルは最大ね。
I'll restart my fight with Takasol. As always, I carefully batter down their life bar knowing full well that I'm going to be trading hits. Once their life bar turns red, I can get the sense I'm getting ready to use their ult.
スイッチオン。
Hmm. No telling this whether this will work or not, so here it goes. We're taking the plunge. And then I faint.
先輩
Little too much.
先輩
Actually fell unconscious.
起きてこ
Yeah, there is such a thing as too far. My cheeks sting. And my body feels heavy. It's like I'm paralyzed or something. I think I might be pushing my luck. You think? I'm glad you are thinking. I slowly come to and open my eyes. This is a bit awkward.
起きたよかっ
Yeah, he almost died.
たよかった
何してんの？
先輩を起こそうとしてましたが何か
なんで馬乗りになる必要があるんだよ。
だって全身をビクンって痙攣させて倒れたから死んだかと思うだろう常識的に考えて
Still doesn't answer the question. None of that explains why you're straddling me.
気絶したのか。
Yeah, you did.
やっぱりさ、こめかみにつけたの間違いだったかな。
A mistake to be learned for next time.
はけどでもガチでよかったお
Frau lazily begins to lean her body on top of mine.
先輩が死んでたら私も後を追って自殺してたレベル
Part of me is tempted to believe that. Frau rests her soft body atop of mine. I haven't been this close to a girl since I was a little kid. I'd assumed Frau's body temperature was super low, but I was wrong. Her warmth seeps into my skin. It's a reminder that she's alive like I am. She actually has a pulse. That's a surprise. Damn it. Here I am imagining Frau naked.
性欲を持て余す
いや、どうやらそんな気力もないらしい。
Yeah, I'm surprised that Kaito is actually awake right now after what just happened. My exhaustion has reached its limit. Seems my hunger and tiredness are taking over my libido. Too much information, by the way. I'm so sleepy. I wish I'd just fallen asleep after passing out.
っていうかさ、コナちゃん。
You might have never woken up again.
どいてくれない？
だが断る
But thou must.
お
Why?
願い少しだけこのままで話聞いてほしい
コナちゃん、臭いんだけど。
先輩もな
Jeez. What does she want from me? Well, she might tell you.
頑張れるは私にとって大事なとっても大事な作品なんだ
not to Kaito.
ママが残してくれたママの思いが詰まった大事な作品。自分で作ったキルバラを叩かれるのは痛くも痒くもないし、自分のこと叩かれるのも嫌だけど別に平気。
I think Kaito would take offense to
で
that.
もママとガンバレルが叩かれるのは耐えられない。なのに最終話が流出して、この前ママのメッセージが出てきて、ハグヤンにはめられて私がテロ犯になっちゃって、そのせいでママまで犯人扱いされて。
To be fair, Maguyan was set up as well. Just throwing that out there.
怪我されちゃう。頑張れるとママがどんどん怪我されていく。先輩、頑張れるはもう一度輝けるかな。
You'd be better off asking that question to Akio, if I'm being honest.
ここまでボロボロにされて、ひどいレッテル貼られて、きっとたくさんの人がファンやめちゃったはず。ここからもう一度頑張れるを輝かせることはできるのかな。
そうね。
Kaito just telling it as he sees it. Are you expecting any answer from him, Frau?
少なくとも俺たちがどう頑張ったって全盛期の輝きを取り戻すのは無理でしょう。でも俺たちができる範囲で一からコツコツとやっていけばいいんじゃない？そうだな。例えば手始めにロボ部の2号機を万博に出展させるとかさ。
If the expo actually takes place.
ロボ部、
あれだってガンバレルがモデルになってるわけだしね。
Well, in this case, it's a bit hit and miss.
そんなわけで前から頼んでたけどコナちゃんも参加してよ。そこから始めればいい。お母さんは正しかったっていつか分かってもらえる日が来るまでね。ちなみに今の俺はコナちゃんのお母さんが正しかったって信じてるんで。
Considering the myriad of parallels with the Kimijima reports, I just can't write it off as a conspiracy theory anymore.
うん。さっきこの島に引っ越してきた意味あんまりなかったと言ったな。
You did indeed.
あれは嘘だ。
Now you have a reason to stay.
だってヤシオ先輩に会えたから。この島に来てよかった。
別に俺はコナちゃんのために何もしてないけどね。
放置プレイも我々の業界ではご褒美です。
Tread carefully, Kaito. What industry is she talking about?
というわけで鎖骨を見せろ。
嫌だよ。コナちゃんは我が道を突き進みすぎだよ。
That at the end of the day, we've still hit that crucial roadblock. I take a deep breath, then lightly push Frau away and sit up.
休憩は終わりだ。タイムリミットまでもう時間もない。
Indeed we do.
ヤシオ先輩、勝って。私のためでもママのためでもなくていい。あんなクソチート CPU に負けないで。
ああ。
That was always the plan. We decide to keep using the shock therapy equipment, to a lesser extent, except now we're making sure not to attach any pads to my temples. At maximum output, my thighs, butt and arms alone are enough to cause my body to convulse. And this is a negative effect of my ability to play, so we drop the output down. All that's left now is for Frau to intermittently shock me while I play. Will it be enough? Thanks to the intensity of the sensation, I've stopped feeling the burning pain around my thighs. Still feeling a bit of pain. I can't breathe. No matter how desperately I try to breathe, my body won't move like I want it to.
先輩、すごく弱ってる。
That is the understatement of the night.
もうこれ以上は。
いや、やめなくていい。
Has to happen eventually.
合図したらスイッチを押すんだ。
だってなんか死にそうな顔してるし。
You're not superhuman, Kaito.
もうすぐタイムリミットでしょ。休んでる暇はないよ。
It's entirely possible that the IRA robots are gathered outside of the government building right now. I haven't been watching the news, so I don't know for sure, but I do know we're out of time. Which is why...
暇だ。
Okay then. Excruciating pain ensues. I clench my teeth, hold on to my consciousness. Focus. Don't let the pain get the best of you. We need to do this. God damn it. Another loss. How many times is this? God damn it. And my Slo-mo is nowhere to be found. But even then...
もうやめるべきじゃね。
We should, but we can't.
先輩は十分やったし。
And yet it isn't enough.
十分。一生もできてないのに十分もクソもないでしょ。
Unfortunately.
それに感じるんだ。
It's close.
感じる。ついにド M の血が覚醒を。
Dagnabbit, Frau.
じゃなくて爆弾の導火線にさ、ようやく火がついたみたいだ。
And that fuse belongs to the bomb-like something deep inside of my chest. Once it explodes, I'll get an attack. Not literally, of course, but still. After years and years of struggling with my condition, I've become good at noticing its signs. It tells me when an attack is on the way. Consider it a sort of homemade detection system I came up with.
次だ。
I swallow my breath. My throat is dry as hell, but I opt not to drink any water.
次で起きる。
わかるん？
なんとなくね。
I've done all sorts of awful things to my body to get here. If I don't have an attack, I'm going to be pissed. If anything, it's taken way too long. That it has. I massage my eyeballs over my eyelids. And while I'm at it, I loosen up my fingers. I'm actually kind of impressed by how messed up I am. But that's enough. It's time for me to strike back. But not in this episode, unfortunately. So when we return, adventurers, this time, no more horsing around. This time should be the time where we fight back against the CPU Takasob. As always, until next we meet.